She said it like she was daring me to react. A real man doesn't care if his wife stays out all night with her boss. The words hit like a slap wrapped in a smile. I didn't respond. I just watched her reflection as she leaned toward the mirror, tracing that same deep red lipstick she used to wear for me. Something inside me didn't break that night. It simply went still. We hadn't always been strangers. There was a time she looked at me like I was her world. We started from nothing. Cheap furniture, shared noodles, plans scribbled on napkins. I thought we were building something together. She thought she was building me. Then he entered the picture, her boss, the kind of man who wore success like perfume and used charm the way others use lies. He believes in me, she'd said. I should have recognized that sentence for what it was, the opening line to a story that never ends well. The late nights began, the team dinners, the excuses that grew thinner with every retelling. When I asked if she thought it was fair to me, she smirked. You're just insecure. Maybe I was. But insecurity notices things. The new perfume, the locked phone, the quiet shift in how she said my name. The truth came on a Tuesday. She said she had a corporate event. I checked the shared Uber account she'd forgotten existed. Her ride didn't end at a restaurant. It stopped at a hotel, the kind where nobody asks questions. I didn't confront her. I just sat in the dark, drink in hand, and realized that pain fades, but humiliation doesn't, unless you do something about it. So I did. Slowly. Quietly. I stopped reaching for her. I stayed late at work. She didn't even notice. I began moving money, setting up another account, preparing an escape she couldn't see. I applied for a position across the country, the same one she once mocked me for. They want ambitious people, not dreamers, she'd said. When the offer came, I didn't celebrate. I just saved the email and waited. The next step was leverage. Her boss had a reputation. Slick in public, reckless in private. I gathered proof. Their messages, call logs, photos she'd accidentally synced to our cloud. One of them showed his wedding ring resting beside her glass of wine. I didn't need to exaggerate. The evidence spoke for itself. For 2 weeks, I played the fool. Smiled, joked, even went on a weekend trip she suggested. Guilt disguised as affection. On the last night, she laughed, saying, "You're finally yourself again." I smiled back. "Yeah, I am." The morning I left, she was still asleep. I slipped my ring onto the dresser beside her buzzing phone, his name lighting up the screen. By noon, I was in the air. By nightfall, I was standing in a high-rise overlooking a skyline she said I'd never reach. That was freedom. She found out 2 days later when I posted a photo of the view with a simple caption, "New city, new chapter." Her calls came instantly. I ignored them. Then came the messages, pleading, panicked. "We can fix this. Please." I sent one reply. Another photo of the skyline. "Home." Then I sent the files to her company's HR. Anonymous. It took 2 days for fallout to begin. Her boss was gone by the weekend. She called me crying, saying they were investigating her next. I told her I hoped she found another man who didn't care. 3 weeks later, she showed up at my building. The doorman called to ask if I wanted to see her. I said no, but watched from my balcony. She looked up, hair messy, mascara streaked, the confidence gone. For the first time in years, she looked human. I thought I'd feel satisfaction. I didn't, just clarity. Revenge isn't about triumph. It's about equilibrium. Cutting away what poisons you and walking forward without looking back. Now, at night, I sit by that window and watch the city glow. The silence isn't empty. It's earned. Weeks later, she texted again, "You really don't care anymore, do you?" I stared at the screen, then wrote back, "Real men don't. Betrayal doesn't destroy you. It defines you." I used to measure my worth by her approval. Now, I measure by distance, the space between who I was and who I've become. And when I glance at that skyline, the one she said I'd never reach, I can't help but agree with her. It does take a real man, just not the kind she was looking for.